Yeah, look, it's Black Soil. It's very similar to what I had back home, so I kind of knew what I was in for coming here. I had a good round here last year, and yeah, look, I'm just super excited that we're on an outdoor stadium with a big track. So that's one thing I was super excited for, especially after Adelaide. Coming here, the track was unreal. The boys on the machines did the best job they possibly could. I truly believe that. So it was really, really nice to see everybody here, and the crowd was phenomenal. They were electric here, so I'm super excited. Look, what an emotional ride. It's been a long time coming. I was fortunate enough to get the fill-in ride for Yamaha Racing, and after Adelaide, I just kind of didn't acclimatise to the track real well, and we come to a bigger outdoor track here now, and it was awesome to show everybody what we're fully capable of. So to throw that bike on the podium for the first time this year, it feels unbelievable. So I can't thank the boys and everybody behind me. Look, I can't wait. The starts are back. I'm really gelling to this Yamaha now, so I'm excited to see what we can do in 2 weeks' time. We're going to put a head down, butt up. We've got one more job to do, and that's get further up that ladder.
Yeah, man, feeling awesome. I had a lot of little goals that I wanted to tick off this weekend, and I did all that and exceeded my expectation. I mean, obviously I want to win, but the main goal was to be on the podium this weekend. To come second to Max is, it's good. Like, it's great. Like, we see what he's doing in WSX, and I'm really happy with my riding. I'm really stoked on the track this weekend. Sure, it got pretty slippery there in the last moto, but I mean, the track crew did an unreal job, so I'm stoked on that, and yeah, stoked to have a good sized Supercross track in a good stadium. So third final, man, that was hairy. I got a bad start. I was 12th on the first lap. Did a bit of bar banging, which, yeah, you know, sometimes I do. I don't always like to do that, but man, I had no option but to be at the front this weekend. I had to fix my issues from Adelaide, and I just wanted to be at the front of the field, and it's sort of whatever it took. So yeah, starts were good in the first and second main event, and that's what helped me tonight. Full-size track was unreal. We had some good lanes. The whoops were actually quite big, and they were big but rounded. The interesting thing was there was no whoop prep from the first lap of practice till the final lap of the 450 main. So those things were chewed. Like, it was a full day schedule with no whoop prep, and those things got gnarly. So yeah, to throw that sort of slippery dirt in amongst that too, it was very technical, but I think us Australians are kind of used to that a bit. You know, like we sort of seem to come across the slippery dirt a lot more. I know for me at least, when we're at the practice track, we have a lot of slippery surfaces. So I actually felt like, you know, a lot of people said, like, commented on how slippery it was, and yeah, sure, it was slippery, but I didn't think it was like out of the ordinary for me.
Man, well, I mean, the score sounds good, but definitely wasn't my prettiest night. I'll give it that. I made life hard work in the first main. Took a gamble, went down the inside because I thought there was going to be more traction there, and thought I got a good jump, but then got tagged in the first turn and made my life hard work. Second main was a little nicer, but still, I was thinking, right, the last main I can really hammer it down and kind of just click off my laps, but man, I felt like I was struggling that last one. I went off the track after the whoops, nearly washed the front coming into the whoops. It was slick. Like, I think the moisture came up a bit, and I've been running my US suspension, my US spec suspension, and honestly, I think I should have softened her up a little bit for this. I've kind of just been making it work and just getting my laps in with that, but definitely exciting. It was a tough one. I'm pleased to come away with the win. It's man, the boys were riding fast tonight. You know, at any moment you could have slid out or gone down, or something could have happened. So solid. Got the job done, and now I've got a couple of weeks and got a big weekend in Melbourne now. So that's going to be, you know, I made my life a little easier for the Friday, and Saturday now I've got a pretty big points lead in a WSX too. So that's the main goal. So we'll click off our laps and do what we need to do. It felt like an American race. Like, even the opening show, the guy, whoever was doing the speaking, I was like, "Ooh, this is." I was feeling it. It was cool. Made the butterflies come out at least. It's like, what, you gotta get the job done. And it was late, you know, like even now it was a late night, like doing the three mains, later than the last few that we've been racing. So yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, I feel awesome. Yeah, pretty stoked to get this one done. Knew I could, and just had to drive it off the line. So yeah, happy when I came around that first turn first, and yeah, knew it would be a good race. Yeah, track was crazy. Really slippery out there. So I had to be really smooth on the throttle, and yeah, happy I got that whole shot. Saved me having to come through the pack and pass. So yeah, definitely made it easy for myself.
Yeah, I'm happy. You know, obviously being on the box, you're always pumped, but being a racer, you want to do a little bit better. If I kind of wasn't in that chaos in the last one, I think, probably would have had second overall tonight, but can't be too disappointed. It's been a, tough road for me. So I've got to take positives. Heat race win, road solid, charge through the pack, fitness is good, bike's good. So yeah, take positives, podium's good, and we'll move on to Melbourne. Honestly, like the layout wise wasn't, for a guy like, the top guys, it wasn't too gnarly, but the way it deteriorated just made it like completely different. It was so slippery, the whoops were just insane, and it was just holes, edges, so you had to really like be on your toes. So it was very high concentration tonight. Like honestly, you had to be very smart. There was so much chaos as well, so you had to keep your head a little bit if you were in that chaos. But that's Supercross. We get all these conditions, and I'm happy to be on the box. As a racer, you try and block that out, so I didn't even kind of see how big the crowd was, but 16,000 is insane. It's so good to see Supercross, thriving like that. So I think they definitely got their money's worth tonight. The racing was insane, and I can't wait to come back next year and just keep seeing the sport grow, and I'm stoked to be a part of it.
The night wasn't going exactly how I wanted it to. The first moto was okay. I got a decent start, not great, but made it up to third. And then in the second moto, I just got caught up in all kinds of stuff and was like almost last on the first lap, and only was able to make it to fifth. So the last moto, I knew I needed to do something different on the start, and when I went outside, and luckily, everybody jammed up on the inside, and I was able to sneak around and just kind of chase Dean around. I knew Dean was kind of just managing me. I'd catch up to him a little bit. He'd gap it back out a little bit. And yeah, I knew if it wasn't really, I would have liked to get him, but I knew it wasn't going to really affect the overall either. It pretty much started rock hard. It was, we got some rain the other day, and I thought it was going to be, make it kind of loamy. But I think the amount of sunshine we got kind of just made it bake out, kind of just, the sun baked it in. Yeah, I'm going to call my boy Freese and figure out how to handle this situation. Nah, it's, Dean's got a nice healthy lead, I think, on me now. I haven't looked at it, but I would assume he's probably a good, 15 points ahead of me, maybe more, probably more, because he went 1-1-1 tonight, right? Yeah, he's probably got a pretty healthy lead, but just going to go there and try to win the race. Maybe he'll ride a little protective, and maybe I can get out there and score a win for the CDR Monster Energy Yamaha team.
That was a great night for me. Triple crown, like anything can happen, and just put myself in good positions. Not the first one. The first one, I had my work cut out for me. Made a good push to catch Brayton, and then he ran into some lappers, and I capitalized on that. And but the thing was, I knew it was full points paying every single race, so I try to make the most of that every time. I knew that those meant a lot, so I just try to maximize that. And to take all 3 wins was awesome. I'm really happy. And can't complain. The Newcastle crowd was awesome. It was so sick to see like the stadium pretty full. That was awesome. I was pumped on that. Australian fans are just super good to me, and man, I'm very fortunate to have a good fan base, and it's awesome. Let me see what you got. Let me see. Whoa, that's sick, man. Might have to hook you guys up. Oh, we got lights on that one. Holy moly.
You like my lights?
Absolutely awesome. You guys killed it. All right. So this is what we'll do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go back to the pits, and then we'll get you guys some little prizes. All right? Thank you for the support, guys. Yeah, you can have the goggles, all right? You'll get them when we go back to the pits. Do you guys want to take some pictures?
Please.
Okay. Yeah.